Isn't it fascinating that the wealthiest women in the world, those who could easily access the latest designer trends, rarely indulge in them? It's almost as if they're in on a style secret that the rest of us haven't quite caught on to. There's actually a whole philosophy behind this, and today we're going to explore why wealthy women choose to avoid splurging on the latest fashion trends. For the ultra-wealthy, fashion is about more than just new clothes. It's about finding rare treasures. Vintage pieces hold a certain mystique. Each item tells its own unique story, and the craftsmanship that went into creating them often surpasses that of today's mass-produced fashion. Take someone like Sarah Jessica Parker, who is well known for her love of vintage fashion. She doesn't just reach for any designer dress, she gravitates toward rare pieces from decades past that can't be found on store racks today. These vintage items are special because they possess a level of craftsmanship and style that new clothes simply can't replicate. What's even more intriguing is how vintage clothing adds character to an outfit. It brings a sense of history and nostalgia, as though it has experienced its own journey before finding a place in your wardrobe. For the affluent, this uniqueness is what matters most. While new designer clothes are certainly stunning, vintage pieces make a statement that says, "I have something no one else does." Wearing vintage is also a power move. It shows style confidence and suggests a level of sophistication that goes beyond fleeting trends. In the world of the wealthy, vintage isn't about following the latest fads. It's about finding pieces that have stood the test of time, pieces that will continue to remain stunning in years to come. In recent years, sustainable and ethical fashion choices have grown in popularity, and many wealthy women are embracing this mindset. Unlike fast fashion, which quickly churns out clothing under questionable working conditions, sustainable brands focus on ethical production methods, fair wages for workers, eco-friendly materials, and responsible manufacturing processes. For those who can afford to be selective, sustainability becomes an important factor in wardrobe decisions. A prime example is Emma Watson, who has become an icon of sustainable fashion. She doesn't just choose clothes for their aesthetic appeal. She carefully curates her wardrobe to align with her values. By selecting pre-owned luxury items, choosing brands that use responsibly sourced materials, and embracing eco-conscious fashion, Emma proves that looking fabulous doesn't have to come at the expense of the environment. Sustainable fashion is about making choices that feel good both inside and out, and for the wealthy, it's an investment in both personal and global well-being. Another key reason wealthy women avoid splurging on fast trends is that they prioritize wardrobe curation over quantity. Have you ever noticed how some style icons seem to have a signature look that is instantly recognizable? This isn't by accident. It's all about carefully selecting timeless pieces that contribute to a personal brand. Wealthy women understand the importance of building a wardrobe around a few iconic pieces that become their signature style. Think of the classic wardrobes of Jackie Kennedy or Audrey Hepburn. Their closets weren't filled with random spur-of-the-moment purchases. Each item was chosen thoughtfully to create a cohesive and elegant look. Whether it was the perfect trench coat, a tailored blazer, or flawless trousers, these pieces worked together effortlessly to craft an iconic style that was recognized by all. This thoughtful curation not only keeps them looking polished, but also builds a visual identity over time. Instead of being swept up by every new trend, they select pieces that resonate deeply with them and that will last throughout the years, making their style timeless. Wealthy women's wardrobes are more than just collections of clothing. They represent their personal style and values. It's not just about wearing something because it's in season. It's about building a wardrobe that reflects who they are. Iconic women like Victoria Beckham and Diane Keaton have become known for their commitment to wardrobe curation. They don't fill their closets with random buys. Instead, they intentionally select timeless, high-quality pieces that resonate with their personal aesthetic. This kind of wardrobe curation goes beyond simply following trends. It's about creating a unique identity through fashion. Another major distinction between the wealthy and others is how they approach wardrobe maintenance. While many people might toss a slightly worn item or a piece that no longer fits quite right, wealthy women take the time to keep their clothes in top condition. They don't just let small tears or missing buttons ruin a piece. They invest in tailoring, professional cleaning, and repairs to maintain their wardrobe's quality. Tailoring, in particular, can transform a dress from just nice to absolutely stunning, creating that perfect fit we often admire. Instead of discarding an item because it's showing signs of wear or doesn't fit perfectly, They invest in alterations to ensure each piece remains fresh and beautifully tailored season after season. This philosophy is part of a less is more mindset. Wealthy women understand that having a smaller collection of well-maintained items can be more impactful than an overflowing closet of fast fashion. One of the smartest ways wealthy women approach fashion is by calculating the cost per wear. This means they think about how much they're spending each time they wear an item. For instance, a $5,000 coat worn every winter for 10 years turns out to be much more economical than a $50 coat that barely lasts through one season. The wealthy understand that investing in quality pieces that will last is a far more practical approach in the long run. Finally, let's talk about the old money effect. This term refers to a style that values luxury, but with an added layer of subtlety. Old money style isn't about flaunting the latest trends. It's about investing in timeless classics that carry an air of refinement and quiet confidence. Think of an antique watch, a worn leather bag, or a perfectly fitted blazer. These items may be old, but they're reliable, timeless, and irreplaceable. The old money style has a vibe that's hard to define, but easy to recognize effortless sophistication that feels inherent, not try hard. It's this understated elegance that is so appealing to those who understand the value of timeless fashion. So, why do wealthy women rarely buy new clothes? It's a question that speaks to a deeper philosophy about style, intention, and how we value what we wear. The answer lies in the mindset they've cultivated over time, one that prioritizes quality, longevity, and personal significance over impulse and trend chasing. These women have embraced a concept known as less but better. Rather than constantly filling their wardrobes with the latest fast fashion pieces or buying into seasonal trends, they invest in timeless staples that are beautifully made and versatile enough to wear for years, even decades. Their closets aren't overflowing, but what's inside holds value. Garments that are tailored to perfection, crafted from premium fabrics, and often carry a story or emotional connection. It's not about being seen in the newest collection from a luxury fashion house. It's about developing a sense of personal style so strong that it transcends fads. Wealthy women understand that elegance and refinement come from wearing pieces that suit their lifestyle, flatter their figure, and align with their values. They don't feel the need to prove their status through logos or flashy items. Instead, their confidence comes from knowing that every item they own has been carefully chosen and adds real value to their wardrobe. There's also an environmental and emotional intelligence at play. By avoiding overconsumption, these women reduce waste, save time, and eliminate decision fatigue. They are not constantly chasing newness or experiencing the regret that often comes with impulsive purchases. Their clothes are treated with care, stored properly, tailored if needed, and even repaired when worn. This stewardship over their wardrobe reflects a broader attitude toward life, being intentional, thoughtful, and selective. And perhaps this is the greatest lesson we can take from their approach to fashion. You don't have to be wealthy to dress like a wealthy woman. The key is to treat your clothing like it's worth keeping. When you start valuing craftsmanship, fit, and timeless design, your wardrobe naturally becomes more elevated. You begin to shop with purpose, only bringing in items that you truly love and will wear repeatedly. Over time, this shift not only saves you money, but also brings a quiet sense of luxury and confidence. In the end, it's those curated, well-loved pieces that make you feel truly rich, regardless of what's in your bank account.